Hello YouTube, this is Tim Stanley, your favorite movie and TV critic, which today I'm just focusing on 4 TV shows. So again, this is 4 TV shows that I highly recommend. And yes, I know it's been a minute since I've done a movie, but I'll let you know my next upcoming movie that I will be reviewing will be Exorcist True Believer, so be prepared for that. But here we are. First off, I'm going to start with the show called Sliders. You may or may not know about it. It's a show that was in the 90s, went between 95 and 99, I want to say, because it only had 5 seasons. But I do recommend it, but I do also want to say that there are some things about the show that I didn't like. But I will also tell you about what I did like about the show. The show, the beginning, the pilot was awesome. It introduced a whole new concept of sliding from different universe to different universe, and then obviously you got to meet all these different characters. The characters I always enjoyed: the professor, played by John Rhys Davies, Clevin Derricks, who played Crying Man, Quinn Mallory, played by Jerry O'Connell, and I cannot think of her name, but her name was Wade Wells. I cannot think of her real name. But again, all the characters were really, really good. Why I also like the show is because of the characters and because it hit different things. I may have not always agreed with where the show was going, but I enjoyed watching the show for the sheer value of entertainment, which again, honestly, that's one thing that I think Hollywood today should bring back as TV shows just for entertainment, not for pushing anything. But enough about that. Again, a reason I like the show was the concept, was the characters. So the reasons why I didn't like it towards the end is the concept changed 2 times, not once, but twice. First, it brought in these characters called Cro-Mags, who my honest opinion, I'm a big Stargate fan. And yes, you're going to hear a review critic say this. Yes, there's a difference between Star Trek and Star Wars. Yes, there's a difference between Stargate and Sliders. And again, this is me saying this. But again, I'm a fan of all of them. But yeah, let me go from there. With Sliders, you always were going from world to world to world, and it was always different. The reason why I didn't like the characters with the Cro-Mag is it felt too much like they were a ripoff of the characters from Stargate, which were called Goa'uld. They were superior than humans. They had all these advanced weaponry. They could do all these amazing things. But yet, the enemies, of course, were humans. And apparently they had conquered all these other different parallel Earths. So that's one reason why I didn't like the change in the show and the concept. Second reason is towards the end of the final season, the main concept was no matter what, who you were, who you look like. Like, if I went and saw a different version of me in another parallel Earth, I would look exactly the same. The 5th season threw it out there that there was a different version of him who looked completely different. And again, that threw me off of it, but I did finish the season. But yeah, like I said, I did enjoy the show. I liked the show for, again, the sci-fi concept for the entertainment purposes. So if you do get your chance, I definitely highly recommend it. And spoiler alert, one of the main characters who survived all 5 seasons, you don't really know what happened to him because they left it at a cliffhanger, but he went through the sliding door. And this is for my friend Nate, just to let you know. I don't know if he made it or not. So this is just answering your question. He went through the sliding door where they were told that they would possibly die. But again, they don't show you, so you don't really know. All right, my next show, Rules of Engagement. Very, very funny show. David Spade, Patrick Warburton, and I cannot remember a few of the other characters' names. But overall, good, funny show. No, I don't recommend it for kids. It has a lot of high jokes in there that are a lot meant for censored for adults. So if you do watch it with, like, watch it by yourself, but don't watch it with any kids around. Again, this is just me saying this, so definitely, like I said, I do highly recommend it. But again, it was a very funny show for while it was around. I think it only had 8 seasons, but it was still funny. From seasons 1 to 8, I laughed the whole time. All right, and now on to my next review. And again, if I'm talking too fast, this is just who I am. But again, I hope you do like my reviews. And again, feel free to comment on any of the TV shows that you've seen, or if you have not seen any of these and you want to start watching them now because of me, please feel free to say that. The next show that I'm going to recommend, My Name is Earl. It only had 4 seasons. Funny show. Again, definitely not one I recommend for kids because it is highly adult themed, but it is still very, very funny. The show made me laugh from beginning to end. All his things that he went through, every little thing, and even how the show ended. I never mind whenever a show leaves on a cliffhanger, but whenever at least it's a funny type way, that's how they left it on. And again, it is kind of a spoiler alert, but hopefully by now you have seen it. But again, I do recommend it if you do get your chance to see it. It's, again, My Name is Earl, starred by Jason Lee. But yeah, definitely get your chance if you ever want to watch it. All right, my last and final TV review show, Justified City Primeval Season 1. And I say that, I'm not going to tell you how it ended, but it left it with a cliffhanger, so I'm hoping that they do come back. But Justified was known for leaving for cliffhangers, except for the final season, which, again, before you see Justified City Primeval, watch the show Justified. It had 5 seasons. It was a great show, really set. It's a modern day Western, but I do agree with the main character and a lot of things. If I'm the United States Marshal and I say, I'm here to arrest you, and you pull on me, I'm going to do what I'm trained to do. And that's the thing, is in the show, they're trained to do things. So again, I agree with that. A lot of people are probably looking at me right now. Why would you agree with that? Why would you say that? I'm allowed to. Good old freedom of speech. But again, I do recommend it if you like Westerns, if you do like the Western themed TV show, if you do like the shows that are like, okay, what's going to happen next? Where is this going to go? But yeah, if you do get your chance, definitely I recommend Justified City Primeval, star of Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins, has Boyd Crowder. Well, he's in the original Justified. But again, watch Justified before you watch Justified City Primeval. And again, also, thank you for listening to me for this long. Yes, these were 4 TV shows. Actually, my next review, before I do a movie review, I'm actually going to be reviewing the 1930s movies. So it is a movie review, but it's the 1930s horror, Universal Horror collection. So be prepared. All right. Other than that, I do hope you have a great time, and I do hope you subscribe to my channel and watch my reviews. So thank you, and have a great day.